Lord, sweetheart. It hasn't been that long. Oh, the dramatics of it all. I haven't seen you in 8 years. Where have you been, Mayor Eric? Why, our whole reality was falling apart. What do you mean 2 weeks? We have no concept of time here. Yoink. Won't be needing this. Ooh, the time capsule is ready. But today is literally the 30th of the month of June, so tomorrow's July 1st. And we'll be swapping up the bugs and fish tomorrow. This guy. Ooh. Money rock. Money me. Money now. Money, please. Ah, I screwed it up. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? You having a good summer in the northern hemisphere? Good winter in the southern hemisphere? Let me tell you, the amount of just general stuff that's been happening lately is insane. Oh, okay, I'll come check it out. So, as you guys know, as I've told you multiple times in the past few months, I have completely quit looking at world news, and I've gotten to the point where I'm pretty much just looking at like video game news and stuff. But lately I've been creeping back slowly into the news. There's finally some good stuff out there to talk about. Uh-oh. I will say, in news related to me, this stream, and you guys as viewers, after I would say it's been 15 years since I built my last computer. Because about, 3-4 years ago, sometime in recent history, Tyler gave me his hand-me-down computer. He had bought a pre-built back in 2017, I think. And that's what we've been using to all our streaming and all our games and stuff. But as much as I really didn't want to, because I'm still paying off the Switch on my credit card, I bit the bullet and I bought me a new computer. I'm still waiting on all the parts to come in the mail. I decided to assemble it myself. Memory is now, this was like $200 or $300 and something dollars just for the RAM sticks. I decided to get a halfway decent motherboard. This sucker was like $100 and something bucks. I'm used to when I put together a computer, I spare all the expense. This time I spared no expense. I thought, I'm ignorant, of course, I'm not a computer junkie. I thought 32 gigs of RAM was the highest I could get. Now, apparently there's 64. I saw that when I was looking on Newegg last night, and I was like, well, damn it. I should have just did 64 gigs of RAM, but 32 is great. It far surpasses what I have now. And I got a really neat tower that I'm not going to try and struggle and show you and hold up. But the processor's still in the mail, the heat sink, the extra fans, all that stuff is, I think some of that just shipped today. There'll probably be another week or two before we get the old computer up and running, but it's done. I spent about $1,000, give or take. It was just no, but actually it was over 1,000. It was 1,000 just for the motherboard, the RAM, the tower, or no, not the tower. I bought the tower first. The tower was like $70. Then I went in and spent about $900 something on the processor, the RAM, and the motherboard. I'm gonna Frankenstein what I can out of this tower, like the power supply, because I bought a new power supply when Tyler gave me this computer, so it's not that old. I gotta look in this machine and see how big this power supply is. I may have to buy one, but yeah, finally a new computer after all this time. No more stuttering, no more glitches. We'll be able to run stuff halfway decently, and we'll be Uptown Jim Brown. A fossil. Our windmill is complete. Now we just need a whole farm of them. And my pockets are full. Oh, that's why my pockets are full. Okay. Wow, we're about to break 100,000 in my pocket. Not bad. We've been working our way through Jurassic June. I've been working on some Jurassic Park stuff. We played some Jurassic Park games, but that has come to a close, and now we're going to get back to our regular lineup. We kind of fell off playing Pokopia, so I'm going to get back on that strong this week. There have been some major developments in Minecraft, at least in my circle. Tyler and Tiff introduced me to a friend couple they have, and they have joined us in the land of the Lassinovia on Amber Island. Bet you guys didn't know the name of the island was Amber Island, did you? Now! I need that! Oh, I guess I didn't need that. Hey, Biscuit! If you don't start paying attention to me, I'm gonna start doing stuff to make you pay attention to me. I'm screenshotting that. I'm gonna send that to Tyler. I'm gonna send that. That was great. Something else has happened in the past month. I got to my breaking point with Meta. Instagram, Facebook, Threads, all of it. The incessant nonstop advertising. The aggressive algorithms designed to keep you scrolling so they can show you more ads. The constant ads that are inappropriate. The constant posts and recommendations that are inappropriate. Stuff that I don't want to see and didn't ask to see. And have no idea how my algorithm even got there. Honestly, like, that's been my biggest complaint with Meta recently. Something is broken. But after, like, deleting my account, reinstating it, deleting it, reinstating it 20 times this month, and hitting the giant reset button in my settings that I didn't know was there until AI told me it was. I think I finally have it where I want. Yeah, I was all primed to make another Instagram like replacement account on some other platform like PixelFed or something else. I can't. I'm stuck on Instagram because it's just what everybody uses. And posting pictures is just too important to me. Like doing this, like my YouTube and my Instagram are my two biggest priorities on the internet. I don't want to lose them. You know what I mean? That's why I try my best to stay within the parameters of TOS and not say something that'll get me got. Because believe me, there's a lot I could say that I don't about a lot of different stuff. But if it keeps raining, then we might be able to catch a silicon today. It's a good thunderstorm day too. Oh, pockets are full. How many of my flowers are dead? Today when I went to the store, about 40 minutes-ish ago, the thermometer in the car read 97 degrees. But yeah, you'll see in some of the videos I've been putting up on my channel that I changed the ending credit roll to say that I've discontinued like Patreon, Instagram threads, and stuff like that. I am keeping the Patreon discontinued. I'm not fooling with that anymore. But I am going to stay on Instagram and threads. Facebook gone. I just don't find Facebook useful. I honestly hate it. But we did it! We broke 100,000. I didn't see that coming. I think that's the most money we've had in our pocket so far. Don't be a stranger, stranger. I'm lost in thought, so I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing in game. He found something we don't have. We're so close to having the museum finished. What is it? What is it? What is it? Dimetrodon torso. I think that might finish the Dimetrodon. And with that, yes. I guess we donated a slug already. Let's take a look. Must be over here in this section. Where are you? There you are. Despite its reptilian appearance, the Dimetrodon was not actually a dinosaur, as you'd assume. It was, in fact, a mammal-like reptile that went extinct before the first dinosaurs appeared. It had knife-shaped teeth for slicing, as well, there's our obligatory yawn, as well as smaller ones for crushing. The large fan on its back was used to regulate body temperature, as an important feature of the time. I said as an important feature at the time. What are you? Guanodon, that's what I thought you were. Spinosaurus. This is using the early 2000s model of Spinosaurus. Jurassic Park 3 model. I guess that didn't really dawn on me. Yeah, I think we're literally just missing one single piece now. I think we're just missing whatever the hell that is. And that's going to be a good day. A good day. Yeah, see, all of these are complete. Yep. Well, we're down to one thing. We're down to one fossil. What a glorious day. We're not going to finish the paintings and stuff. We did that in New Horizons. We're not going to do it here. I still haven't written down all the music yet. No, it puts me under 100,000. I guess our shopping days are kind of over. At this point, we are just trying to finish the museum. So this has now become Museum Simulator. Which means I don't really need to upgrade my house anymore. So let's pay off what we owe and then not upgrade. Good God Almighty. The stupid amount we owe. Yeah, maybe he'll let me say no. Sometimes you can actually say no to the upgrade, and sometimes he just forces it on you. We'll see. Oh, Lord. I've been sleeping like shit lately. The more things change, the more they stay the same, huh? I'm making all these changes in my life, and some stuff's the same. See, down here on my computer, it says 96 degrees. I'm not going outside. I need to mow the lawn. The backyard's getting pretty high. I'm not having a heat stroke just for that. I don't want to get rid of my clover. That's a lot of money. Really? I can't wear both at the same time? Well, that's lame. How many of you are there? Get out here. Go get. There better not be roaches. There better not be. Good. Did I get rid of my radio too? Did I get rid of my radio? I guess I did. I didn't mean to. Stuff. Oh, I left behind stuff. Oh. Just put, yeah. My little Metroid. I love him. He'll kill me if I let him out, but I love him. Come on, big fish. My pockets got so full so fast. Half of my pocket space is stupid tools. The tools really should be in a separate inventory slot. What? Just keep it. At this point, the villagers are an annoyance and a hindrance to our mission here than they are anything else. All of it. I guess you can have my clover. I'm not going to use it for anything. Thank you. Come again. I watched season 37 of The Simpsons. And in the Treehouse of Horror, they showed Apu and Snake, both skeletons, bent over the Quickie Mart counter. Yeah, they're sticking by their guns of not using, you know, Apu anymore. So stupid. The butterfly fish. Yeah. I guess I could start bringing in the fruit. While looking. I find the lack of pocket space disturbing. I don't have the heart to tell her that umbrella is not keeping the rain off of her head. Yeah, you can have that watering can. I'm done with that section of the game. I will not be worrying about my flowers and stuff. I wonder if me shaking the tree and knocking the coconuts down will actually startle fish and bugs away. Bugs, I'm sure, yeah, but fish? Are they close? Are they close enough? Small fish. We're looking for the big boy today. The good thing is Coelacanth is year-round. You can get it in the snow in the winter, you can get it in the heat of the summer, as long as it's raining after 4 p.m. Now sometimes what'll happen is when the clock rolls over to a new hour, the rain will stop. I'm hoping that doesn't happen because it's 3:53 now. Oops. So we're in prime Coelacanth hunting position. And it is always the hardest catch of the entire game. So we'll just go ahead and get all our coconut stuff out of the way. Sell all the fruit. Oh no, that might have been one. Again, I think it's after 4 p.m. though. Ah, damn it. Okay, I gotta get nervous hands under control if we're really gonna do this. That's a pretty big shadow, too. And it's a very rare spawn. Oh. on the Discord messages. What is happening? One second, folks. Did I just turn my camera off? I don't think I did. No, okay. Bum, bum, bum. I hear a balloon. Hope it's something good. Probably another stupid balloon furniture thing. I just don't care about that. Like, there's so many furniture sets in Animal Crossing, and a lot of them are like pink and girly and frilly or cutesy and kitty, and I just don't care about any of those kinds of furniture sets. And with it being a Japanese game, a Nintendo game to boot, they focus on that demographic more than anything else, which kind of sucks for people like me who really like Animal Crossing but might want more like masculine, male-centered furniture options, you know what I mean? More neutral options that aren't so pink and frilly. There are some normal furniture sets in the game, but there are so many like cartoony ones at the same time. Of course, at least Animal Crossing gives us furniture. Minecraft. I'm sorry, I've been dying on that hill now for a while. It is my biggest frustration is that we can't make furniture in Minecraft. It's stupid. It really is. Oh, I should have bunched them all up. I could have carried more. My brain's running a little meh today. Like I said, I've been going to bed at my normal time, somewhere between 12 a.m. and 2, and that's plenty enough sleep for me to like get up at 9 or 10 in the morning, which is ideal for me. I like being able to sleep past 6 o'clock in the morning because I'm not a fan of that early morning. But morning is fine as long as it's like 9 a.m. forward. That's fine to me. But past few nights, I've went to bed and woke up after a few hours and not been able to get back to sleep, tossing, turning, and just being wide awake. Like I woke up, couldn't get back to sleep, ended up getting up, cleaning my entire room here, furniture polished, dusting everything, the works, glass cleaning, you know, cleaning the windows. I went ham. Then I had some blueberries. Like I had like a plastic container about yay big of blueberries, and I'd eat a little, you know, amount every day. I'd be eating like maybe a small little handful, not a bunch. And then I had the binge brain took over, and I sat down and ate the whole container. And then I woke up. I went to bed, I think around 1 a.m. and then I woke up at like 5 a.m. and had the worst case of the shits. Oh, they tore me up. And then I couldn't get back to sleep until like 8 o'clock. I finally got back to sleep at 8 a.m. I slept till about 1-ish. What time is it in game? 3:58. All right, so we'll find out here in 2 minutes. Will the rain go past 4 o'clock? It's only 92 degrees. Here it's 96 degrees. That's what my current reading is. I can't. Like, I like the summer. I like the heat. I like when it's hot outside, but I can't do extremes. Ninety-two degrees Celsius, the entire earth would literally be on fire like the sun. You mean Fahrenheit? Let's see. 1 minute to go. I do have to imagine that you guys in Texas, because it gets hotter in Texas, I think. Doesn't it get just a little bit hotter in Texas than it does here? You guys are probably more acclimated to it than I would be. Yay! It kept raining! Silicant time. Let's hunt that bad boy. Of course, we get a lot of direct... I know you guys get a lot of Gulf moisture too, but like... Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Panhandle, Florida, we get a lot of that like Gulf Stream moisture that adds to the heat. So it's like, it's a sauna, you know? It can be rough. I can handle the humid heat. What I can't handle is the dry heat. I can sit and stew in a good sweat puddle. I can't do the oven like smothering dry heat where you can't really breathe. I can't do that. Like Arizona, I think is a good example. I don't think I could do Arizona. Nevada. I'm good. I'm a tropical bird, not a desert bird. Damn it. All right, we are looking for a very large shadow. Where might you be? Nobody lives over in East Texas. This fish tried to outsmart me. I got some of my computer parts in today. The tower came in yesterday, the day before. Today I got my RAM and my motherboard. I think in the next day or two, my processor will get here. Then we just have to wait on the fans and the heatsink. Oh, not sea bass. Look at it. It is really storming. Hey, another balloon that I'm not even remotely interested in. It's just going to be crap. Ooh. Cross your fingers, everyone. It's going to be another stupid sea bass, I know it. I believe outside of Alaska, Texas is our biggest state. I believe Texas is only second biggest to Alaska. It's definitely the largest continental state. Look at our pocket. Okay, we got plenty of room. We have plenty of room. We just need to find the big guy. Welcome him into our pockets. Well, we have not found any new fish or bugs today. We did get one new fossil for the museum, but that's about it. Really want the silicant. I want him. I want him. I also want to find new fish. Damn it. Let's try the other side. I would like to visit every state. I bought a map, actually, that I'm going to hang up and put pins in everywhere I visit. I bought I bought like a map. Originally, I just wanted the world map, but they sent two. They sent the world map in the States. I just got to hang them both up. Which reminds me, I need to get in Walmart app and order that. Go. Go. What am I doing? I'm getting lost in thought, not paying attention to what I'm doing. Well, it really just depends on what comes up in life. You know, a lot of, for the past few years, a lot of my travel plans kind of revolve around Tyler and Tiffany and what they have going on. I don't typically travel by myself. I guess I could. I just haven't. I'll have to sit down and really kind of formulate a plan to visit all the states, because when I went up to, when did I go up to Tennessee last? It was back around January, December of last year, December, January-ish. Tyler and I were, you know, in northern Tennessee. That's where they live. So we hopped in his car and we just drove up to Kentucky, which was like 30-ish minutes, 30, 40 minutes away at best. We just drove up there, stopped at a gas station, filled up, went to a burger place, got a bite to eat. I think we went to a mall. You know. Ooh! Ooh, shark! Huh. Come on, boy. Bite it. Bite it. Bite it. No! Itchy trigger finger McGee strikes again. Damn it. Damn it. I blame you. This is all your fault. And I just can't stand itchy trigger finger McGee. I got to figure out how I'm going to handle some of the states, visiting some of the states, because they literally are not, there's nothing there. Like some of the plain states are literally just farmland as far as the eye can see. You drive in, maybe you stop at a place to eat, bed down in a hotel, and then boom, that's the whole state. Like Kansas. What's in Kansas or Missouri? You know, those middle states right there in the dead heart of the country. Like, what is there to see and do that's not artificial, like, I don't know, a theme park or something, you know, that you could just go to anywhere? The key is when you travel to these places, you need to find like what's unique to those places, what's worth visiting. You know, because like when we went to Kentucky, all we did was the same stuff we could have done in any other state. Your state needs to offer something to travelers, to guests. You need to have something to do. You know, each state is going to have its own natural little biome. You're going to have features that other states might not have. Like if you go to Colorado, you're going to the mountains. If you go to Kansas, you're going to cornfields. If you're going to New York, be prepared to just smell urine and trash the whole time. You know? Hey, you can't talk about New York like that. Yes, I can. And I did. That is true. Like every YouTube video that I watch about you, like people traveling to New York for the first time, they say the first thing that hits them is the smell. That's not me being an asshole. That's me just going based on all the YouTube videos I've watched about New York. And you can say the same about my state or any other state, you know. Like, you go to Kentucky or Kansas or any of those plain states. What's the first thing that's going to hit your nose? The smell of cornfields and wheat fields and stuff like that. I don't get offended. I don't know why they get offended. Ooh. Little guy. Look at him. String bean. No. 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 Today might be a bus. I really wanted to find it. We just keep getting all the small fish. All the small fish. She left me roses by the stairs. Surprises, let me know she cares. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Na 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 na. You know what? Tyler and I were having a very lengthy conversation yesterday about Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. And I've been in denial about it for a while because I didn't want to hear it. Not that I really give two shits about Kurt Cobain or anything. I want to believe he was a decent person, but it's starting to look like he was a complete trash bag asshole. Apparently, instead of lifting up his peers and having positive things to say about him, he was a real dirtbag. Constantly putting out Eddie Vedder and trash mouthing Pearl Jam, which is a no-no. Pearl Jam is infinitely better than Nirvana is. Pearl Jam is better than what Nirvana ever wished it could be. I'm sorry. Like, I get Nirvana is extremely popular. Like, in pop culture has it marked down as, ooh, the greatest grunge band of all time. Not even remotely close. You had a few really good songs, and you had some radio hits that were real bops, as the young folks say. But your career ended and your band ended long before you really were able to establish a long storied discography like some of these other bands have. I've always thought that Courtney Love was a trash clown of a person. She's like STDs walking around incarnate, you know, just drunk, gross, nasty. But I'm kind of seeing, you know, maybe those two kind of deserved each other. I don't know. Tyler was telling me that Kurt Cobain had Dave Grohl and the other guy. I can't remember the name of the other band member. He did them dirty. He had them like sign some paperwork or something where they would receive less money or something like that. I don't remember. He did a bunch of shady shit. It's probably worth Googling and looking up. Just like ruins his. He already comes across as pretentious and like tortured poet. You know, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. And not like for the usual reasons that a depressed person might kill themselves. Like, I won't mock that because that's a serious thing. But like Kurt Cobain's version of doing it, yeah, no. He wanted to leave an exclamation point instead of a period in history, so I don't know. I'm souring on him the more I learn about him. I'll still listen to those songs, like the radio hits from Nirvana's. They are really good, but like him as a person, we did get the Foo Fighters out of it, though. I do love me a really good Foo Fighters song. Corpus Christi, Austin, Houston, San Antonio, Whataburger, we call it. Waterburger. I heard somebody making fun of that earlier today on YouTube. Waterburger. Buc-ee's. I actually went to a Buc-ee's earlier this year. My first time. It's insane. It was elbow to elbow people in there. And like that. Not big on crowds. Alamo. Big Bend National Park. Guadalupe. Yeah, I've heard of all these. I'd be willing to visit any of these. I think these are all probably pretty straightforward places to visit. I have to look it up and see how far away, how many hours drive Texas is. I know that my grandmother's sister lives there, and they used to drive down there to visit sometimes. My grandmother and grandfather would drive over to Texas to visit with family, but I don't, I've never been, and I don't know how long the drive takes. Like, I've only, aside from going to Georgia to go to like Atlanta or whatever, I really only ever traveled north and south. I've never traveled west. The furthest west I've ever traveled was Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We went to a convention. Ooh, this might be what we're looking for right here, folks. The shadow is the right size. Actually, it might not be. No. Stupid sea bass. Stupid sea bass. Your shadow looked bigger than it was. Well, I'm starting to get real hungry. The only thing I've had today was a banana. I've been doing the keto diet, and I fell off the wagon this weekend. So I gotta get back on my grind. I have lost some weight though, which is nice. It didn't screw it up. That's east. Oh, you're talking about me. Yeah. Furthest west I've ever been is still within my same state. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Clown emoji. Well, I've never had a reason to go over to Mississippi or further. I want to, though. Sea bass. Rainy days at Animal Crossing are already my happy place, but a rainy, stormy day, I could live there like it's purgatory for the rest of my life. We're gonna have a pocket full of sea bass by the time the day's over. No. Traveling would be good for the channel, though. I feel like people aren't watching the vlogs enough. I'll travel, I'll leave the state and go somewhere, and I'll make a vlog out of it and put it up on the channel, but I don't think they get a lot of views. I think a lot of my vlogs end up buried underneath a lot of the gaming content, because I put out gaming videos almost every day. Yeah. I'm gonna have to sit down and rearrange the front page of my channel. Trying to make it more obvious that, hey, I do other stuff. Look at me. You been to California? You been to Alaska? Mexico? Oh yeah, you've been to Ireland. Okay, see, you've been all over. I am super envious of that. I want to go. I do have a recommendation that I want to make. You need to go to Iceland as soon as possible. We're the last generation that's going to experience Iceland the way it currently is. It's already starting to flood and melt super badly. Like Tyler and his wife Tiffany, they got married in Iceland about 8 years ago, and they took a friend of theirs who's a professional photographer. He went with them. And if you go to like her Instagram page, Facebook page, and stuff like that, you could see all of their wedding photos that they took. The black sand beaches, just the most beautiful areas of Iceland. Now, if you look 8 years later at the photos, a lot of the areas that they stood on the ground taking photos in are now underwater and gone. It's happening fast. So you need to get to Iceland as soon as we're going in 2 years. They want to go back for their 10th anniversary, and they've invited me to go with them. I think they're taking a few couples with them as well. They're going to make like a group trip out of it. So I'll get to go then. Well, Iceland is very amazing. Iceland is like one of the most amazing places on earth. The people there are fantastic. The sights to see are amazing. It's one of the most brilliant places you can visit, honestly. But unfortunately, it's changing rapidly. You know, humans won't be here for the next ice age. Because like, here's the thing. Technically speaking, we are still in an ice age at the moment. You know, ice ages come and go. The earth breathes. You know, there have been times over the past 4 billion years where the earth has been many degrees hotter than it is today and many degrees colder than it is today. When people talk about like man-made climate change and stuff, that's not a danger to all life on Earth, period. That's more of a danger to current life on Earth. Humans, mammals in general, like you're in danger of collapsing the current ecosystem, but after millions of years, evolution would pick back up. The Earth would breathe in and out again. Iceland will eventually, you know, be back to what it is now, but we'll never see it that way again. Humans won't last long enough. Because you're talking about something that's going to take millions of years. Humans don't have that time. Disney World is probably one of the suckiest places on the world. I'll be honest with you. If you're a Disney adult, fine. Or just a kid in general, I guess, that likes Disney. But like, I don't really want to shit on your Disney, but Disney sucks, man. Disney, I have never understood people's fascination with Disney. Disney's not even good. Like, Warner Brothers was always infinitely better than Disney. And not to mention, like, Mickey Mouse is such a nothing character. I hate Mickey Mouse. And Disneyland, even when I was a kid, was already starting to become a glorified, like, series of just gift shops and restaurants. Every year, more rides are taken down and more opportunities for you to spend money are put up in their place. So, I also feel that Disneyland's just too expensive. I don't think Disneyland, Disney World, or just any of those theme parks, I don't think Walt Disney himself would be appreciative of what they've turned into. And I could say the same about like Universal Studios. I could say the same thing about going down to in Florida. It's, I don't know, theme parks to me feel like such an antiquated thing from back in the day, like malls. We don't really need theme parks anymore. We don't really need malls anymore. We just don't. Like, I would love a good old-fashioned theme park with all of the rides, like Six Flags. I've been to Six Flags a handful of times. Because I can go to Six Flags over Georgia. That's about a 2-hour drive away. So we've been there a handful of times. That's fun. Six Flags is like the infinitely better Disney, in my opinion. Like, the thing that makes Disney such a hot tourist attraction is the branding. Like, strip away the branding of Disney World, and you're left with like this bloated, not so great theme park. I'm sorry, Disney people. I'm sorry, Disney people. Like, I grew up on Disney cartoons too. I grew up on Aladdin, Lion King, all that stuff. I still happen to really like those cartoons. There's definitely something to be said about Disney animation in its golden age when Disney was still alive, and even in the age of my childhood in the 90s. And Pixar movies, don't get me wrong, I love Pixar. I watched Toy Story 5 about a week or so ago, and I thought it was great. I loved Toy Story 5. WALL-E is still my favorite Pixar movie of all time, and Emperor's New Groove is my favorite animated Disney movie. From my childhood era, I'd have to say my favorites are going to be Lion King, Aladdin, Jungle Book, 101 Dalmatians. Those are going to be my stretch. Really, Mr. Shark? Fuck me! When I was growing up in the 90s and they did the TGIF block of television on ABC, the Friday night TV block, you know, Family Matters, Urkel, Sabrina, Full House, Boy Meets World, all those shows, I think a few times over the years the cast would do like a Disney episode where the show goes to Disney World and they try to glamorize it and make it look special. I remember when Family Matters started to get owned up in seasons and they had established the whole Stefan Urkel, where Urkel goes into the booth, it comes out as Stefan. I think he proposed to Laura at Disney and it was supposed to be this big, grand, like, special episode or something like that. They don't really do that anymore. They don't really put that kind of effort into television anymore. These days, you have people like Netflix who just like, they're working with the budget now of a small movie. Like TV shows are movies now and movies are TV shows. Does that make sense? Does anybody else notice that? Like, I noticed it and then Red Letter Media pointed it out and I was like, yes, exactly. I think the same thing. I don't know. I don't think we're going to find our fish. I think a lot of little boys had a crush on Jasmine when they were little. There's some of these fucking sicko furry people out here crushing on lions. You know, and that's another thing. I'm on one today. And another thing. I've kept my mouth closed about the furries for a long time and tried to get along with them, but I don't get it. I don't get you. You're weirdos. I don't hate you, but I don't get it. These sexualize animals. They're anthropomorphic. So, still an animal, still a non-human. These sick fucks out here wanting to fuck the My Little Ponies and Sonic characters. No! You're sickos. You're gross. You need therapy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, actually. No. I will die on that hill. If you have a non-sexual appreciation for anthropomorphic animals, that's totally fine. I'm not here to shit all over that DeviantArt page or that Tumblr page. You do you, boo-boo. But the sickos you see online who are like just making disgusting artwork of established like children's characters, I'm like, dude, first of all, they're children characters. And they're cartoons, so yuck. Who hurt you? See, Jasmine's a human. I don't look at that sideways. Ariel, human enough. I don't look at that sideways. Nala from The Lion King? Do you need some help? Can I get you some therapy? You want to fuck a lion? Yeah. I had a friend once who I think was into the furry stuff, but I don't know to what degree he was into the furry stuff because we didn't talk about it. He was an artist. He had notebooks. He would draw in notebooks and stuff, but he never drew anything like sexually explicit. Like he would just draw anthropomorphic characters. And then, you know, if he was on the computer, you know, looking at stuff, sometimes he would look at furry stuff, but it was never naughty stuff. You know what I mean? Of course, that was probably just because he was in front of me, but you know what I mean. Like every fucking shark, every time. How many sharks have we lost today? Huh? I'm just so scared that they're going to bite and run that I prematurely press the A button. You know what? You're right, Lucky. Okay. Breathe. Zone out. Furries in bikinis. I don't know. To me, that seems like degeneracy, but at the same time, I could just be old. Like, it's not that people are looking at that stuff. I'm not a prude. I don't give a fuck. It's the animal aspect that bothers me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. No. No. What? You're gonna want something stupid. That's too expensive. You just want my money. I don't know what it is. There might be something psychological to it. Again, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I also feel like it might, like, is that a new thing? Because I don't feel like kids in the 50s were looking at anthropomorphic characters. I feel like they were looking at women in bikinis and magazines that they swiped from their dad's room. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what kids did prior to the internet. Were Playboys and Penthouse and stuff like that. Because it wasn't magazines and like VHS tapes the go-to for that kind of material. Nowadays, it's just the internet. And nowadays, like, you have all these cartoon characters, all these video game characters. You have all these fandoms, and people will sexualize these characters that were never meant to be put in that position. That I don't like. Human or not, I'm not a fan of the sexualization of a character that wasn't meant to be. Like, you watch Roger Rabbit and you have Jessica Rabbit, I'm totally fine with that. That character was designed to be that on purpose. But you take something like Princess Peach and you strip her down butt naked, or you put her in a G-string or something, like, I don't like that. That is a character that was designed for children. It's aimed at children. You, not only are you being a sicko and a degenerate, but you're running the risk of it being inappropriately exposing someone who's too young to see that. Because you have a situation where, like, let's say a 5-year-old gets on the laptop or something when his parents aren't paying attention, and they Google Mario characters and Princess Peach comes up, and it's like something you shouldn't be looking at. You are, and of course people are going to argue, artistic liberty, free speech, the parents should be watching the child. True. All true. But you also could have just made an original character. You don't have to do that with an existing character. And again, this is just my opinion at the end of the day. So I don't want people coming for me in the comment section. I don't like it. Well, Jessica Rabbit's a human. She's not even a rabbit. Her last name is Rabbit because she's married to Roger Rabbit, which is odd that she's married to a rabbit, but that's an adult film, and that's like it's satire, it's social commentary, and you're like, well, Eric, isn't that are you being a hypocrite? Isn't that a double standard? Maybe you could argue that. I don't know. I feel that it's different. I really do. Like Betty Boop. She's not the sexiest thing in the world, but she's sexualized. She is designed to be a sexualized character. You get what I mean? Like, you go back and watch any of the original Betty Boop stuff. Extremely sexual character, especially for the time. That stuff I have zero issue with. It is done that way on purpose. It is a product designed for a targeted audience. You're not taking a children's thing and making it something it ain't got no business being. Shark number 82 on today's escape list. And it got away. See, I either pull the rod in too fast or they get away. We've lost so many sharks today. Surprise Playboy is still a thing. Yeah. I have to imagine that eventually they'll stop printing actual magazines and it'll slowly just become a website. And then slowly it'll just become a merchandise brand. And then slowly it'll die off over time. Hugh Hefner, you know, he lived a lot longer than I thought he would. But I really don't know. I don't know. We live in a different era now with the internet. I don't think that it'll be as successful as a brand for the next couple of decades. I mean, I think it'll be around, but I don't think it'll be a brand anybody gives a shit about. You know what I mean? Because print in general is died. Like most people that are buying books are buying books. They're not buying supermarket magazines at the checkout. That's the thing from the old world. That's not. People aren't doing that in large enough numbers to matter. So. Yeah, I think you'll start to see that with a lot of things from the old world, like before our time, before, you know, back during my parents' day, my grandparents' day, a lot of stuff that had practical purposes that don't exist anymore will slowly start to kind of peter out and fade away. I'm getting tired of this. We've been fishing for a long time and we've not found the coelacanth yet. I've let 100 sharks get away. Oh, you came in after we did the museum stuff. Get this. We're down to just one fossil. We only need one. We have one missing fossil thing. We'd be rich if I'd caught all these sharks. We might have to call it. Bum, bum, bum. We'll try the other side one more time and then we're done. Cause this is bullshit. No. I tried my best. I showed up. I stayed on stream for a while. We've been doing all this fishing. I keep losing all the sharks because I either panic and reel it in too fast or they bite and run at the speed of light. I know I say this every time, but I just don't remember it being this difficult on native hardware. I caught sharks all the time. I don't understand what the issue is here in the emulation. Alright, I think we're done. We're not missing a lot. The sharks are the issue. And we're missing more fish than bugs. We need to do more deep sea diving. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to head out. We did our best today, folks. My best just wasn't good enough. I'm sorry about that. I tried. Hi. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to head on out for the day. Thank you for being here. Lucky, what you bought, boy? Woo, yeah. What should the secret code be? Oh, I'm trying to use my keyboard. That ain't gonna work. That's not what I meant to do. Something that only we know and everybody watching. That's fine. Oh no, I pressed B. Shit. There you go. We're rainy day bros. Alright. See you, folks.